Morning, everybody. Welcome to the weekend report for February 24th, 2023. I have lots of information to cover today, so bear with me. I'm going to start with existing home sales for the month of January. They were down 0.7%. A median home price for existing homes coming in at $359,000. Now, that is not an indication of appreciation. The median home price just basically represents a number where 50% of the home sales are above 359 and the other 50% are below. It's just the middle point of all the homes out there. Leading economic indicators for the month of January showed that it was down 0.3%. So this is now 10 consecutive months in a row showing a loss with leading economic indicators. And when we talk about that, let's talk about the Feds, because they're using the jobs report that we recently had that was really very favorable to job creations as support for their position on interest rates and inflation. So they're continuing to be aggressive with these rate hikes, and we do expect more this year than previously expected because of this. And they're propping themselves up on this jobs report. And here's the problem with that. That jobs report's really misleading because for the month of January, they do seasonal adjustments, and seasonal adjustments are basically just a statistical technique to measure and remove influences of predictable seasonal patterns. So that can be holidays, that can be school schedules, that can be harvests. So holidays were factored into this. And I want to show you an interesting chart. If you look at these seasonal adjustments and you remove that from the analysis, the actual jobs reports was down 250,000, 2.5 million actually. So just something to consider there. And then also when you take that a seasonal adjustment into account on the unemployment numbers, where the unemployment should go down because of the seasonal adjustments to 3.4%, it actually would have gone up to 3.9%. So something really important just to consider there. Also want to talk to you about the fact that, over the month of January, they had higher retail sales as well. And we think this might be attributed to COLA. That is the cost of living adjustment. It was increased to $140. So maybe this speaks to people actually spending that money as opposed to saving it. Just something to consider. Now, today we did get the PCE report. That is the Personal Consumers Expenditure Report for inflation, and it was up 0.6% for January, so much hotter than expected. And for year over year, it's up to 5.4%. That's the headline number. Now, if you take core, which removes energy and food costs, which the Feds can't control because they're highly volatile, that was up 0.6% as well. So this has not been good for the bond market today, and I'll show you the charts here in a minute. Now let's move on to new home sales. That came out today as well, and that is for new construction, not existing home sales. That was up 7.2% for the month of January, so really good. But they're showing inventory of 439,000 for sale. Now remember, that's just for sale, so these are dirt lots. So the actual number that are actually available to go under contract and sell that are completed is 73,000. Now, the median home sale price for new construction is at 428,000. So again, median just represents the middle of the cost points. So 50% are below that number, 50% are above. Q4 GDP, the second revision was released, and it was revised down from 2.9% to 2.7%. So now let's take a look at the charts right now. You can see that it has been tough sledding for a couple of weeks now. We are 42 basis points down for the week, but I do think there is probably some hope at the end of the tunnel here as we move into March. CPI numbers and employment jobs reports should be good and favorable for the MBS market in March. So we'll hang tight to that. That'll be around the 10th and the 15th, I believe, of March. So we'll keep an eye on that. So while the current market for interest rates has been a little tough, do expect it to get better. Do expect that to get better in the month of March. If you have any questions, please reach out to me. I do appreciate all your comments, likes, and shares of my videos. I am also always available on the weekends as time permits. So if you have questions, love to hear from you. Have a great day, have a great weekend, and I'll see you next week.